My dudes, get your shit. Alright, listen, real talk. I have not played that many Metal Gear games, so you're gonna get my raw, unbiased opinion and thoughts about Snake Eater Delta. And I just gotta say, what the hell did I just play? My first introduction to the franchise was back in the day. I played the hell out of the Nintendo version. And that game started out by dropping you out in the middle of the jungle with nothing but your fists. And a pack of what? Rats. Later on, I got hooked to Metal Gear Solid on the PlayStation. And just in case you're wondering, yeah, I know all the secrets. Your boy got the strategy guide. That's right, we actually had to read books back in the day. Goonin wasn't easy. Fast forward a couple years and I remember playing Sons of Liberty at a friend's house for a bit and thinking, man, this dude is a little, gay. And that's about it. I got into PC gaming shortly after and never touched the franchise. Hell, I didn't even know Kojima had such a huge fan base until I saw the reaction to Death Stranding and I wanted to give that a shot, but it was a damn console exclusive. And I'm sorry, but I'm not gonna play a shitty 30 FPS game, Sony. Optimize your shit. So when Snake Eater Delta was announced, I was excited to get into this series again and see what the hype was all about. And after playing the game, I finally get it. Hideo Kojima-san's writing carried the game. Is it for everybody? Hell no, but good games don't have to be. Kojima-san has a target audience, and you're either gonna love it or hate it. The dude basically took Rambo and turned it into some anime. And hey, some people don't like anime at all. We're all different. Some guys like their boats built for speed. Personally, I like mine built for comfort. The whole time playing this game, I had no idea what the hell was coming next. What are these characters? This is a game made by a nerdy dude for nerdy dudes, and only a guy could write something like this. Who the hell adds a character that introduces themselves by busting their tits out? I mean, I'm not complaining, but hold up, what's this button do? Look at the fun bags on that hose hound. Another thing I gotta call out is the foreshadowing. If you're not paying attention, you're gonna miss a couple things. Like the gun Eva gave Snake. It was manufactured and customized in China. And just like most things made in China, you just can't trust them. But enough about the story, how's the gameplay? Well, I'm torn here, dudes. I don't like the gameplay at all. I'm not a fan. I played the game for about 10 hours and even that was a struggle. Just a couple hours into the game, I knew it wasn't for me. But I liked the story, so I was able to keep going for a little bit longer. But eventually I gave up and watched the Let's Play instead because I wanted to see how it ended. Hell, I wasn't even gonna make a video, but I got a free key from Konami and I made a blood oath to make a video in return. And since I'm a man of my word, here we are. You see, here's the issue. The original Snake Eater came out on the PS2 in 2004. All Konami did here was slap a fresh coat of paint on it. But what good is that gonna do if the game still plays and feels like it was made back in the day? And it's not like I don't like retro games. It's just jarring to see all these badass cutscenes take place in a world where you have constant loading screens, backtracking, and a bunch of poorly scripted NPCs. The game was so easy I was bored out of my mind. This has to be some of the worst AI I've seen in a video game. What the hell even is this? Come on, man, I'm right here. It was so bad I just gave up on stealth entirely. What's the point? And that sucks because there's a bunch of cool items like cardboard boxes you can hide in and a few dirty magazines that help you distract guards. But it's all pointless when you can save time and just mow everyone down with your AK. What they should have done is fix the AI and remade the jungle entirely as a large handcrafted area with minimal loading. But whatever this is, it's not good enough. But like I said, the story carries the game, which shows how ass backwards Konami is thinking that it was a good idea putting a content warning in it, stating, this game contains expressions and themes which may be considered outdated. However, these elements have been included without alteration to preserve the historical context in which the game was made and the creator's original vision. Player discretion is advised. What are we doing here, Konami? The game is rated M for mature. You don't have to kiss the ass of some weirdos who aren't gonna buy the game. It just makes you look like cowards. And you're telling everybody moving forward that you will not make content like this ever again. Look, the reason your company got popular in the 90s is because people liked the Metal Gear series and Kojima's writing. If you tell the audience that what they love is outdated and bad, you're telling your own fans that the content they like is wrong and should have never been made in the first place. Why would you insult your own customers? And hold up, you said that these elements have been included without alteration. So let's address the elephant in the room. If you have played the original game and are a man of culture, you might have noticed that they shrunk down Eva's assets. But more importantly, they've gone out of their way to remove jiggle physics. See for yourself. This has led to people complaining online about censorship. But I have a hot take. I know I talk about busty Asians a lot in my videos, but gather around the fire. Let's have a chat, my friends. You see, not all fun bags are created equal. You see, the best ones are all natural, kind of like home-cooked meals. These poser pillows that are created in a lab lack that bounce. You don't believe me? Here's an article from CNN. Woman's breast implant deflects bullet, saving her life. I know what I'm talking about. I've done my research. So why am I bringing this up? Well, let's check out the lore. Clinical records. Bam! Eva had breast enhancement surgery. And this game was set in 1964, before they knew what the hell they were doing. These weren't made out of silicone. These probably felt like bags of sand. And this actually may be lore accurate. But who are we kidding here? They either went out of their way to censor it, or they were too lazy to implement it. Either way, it's just not right. Now, personally, I think it is censorship. And that's because they also removed her nips from the x-ray view. I got receipts. Check it out. Here's the original version. Looks great, right? Well, here's the remake. These bad boys are as smooth as eggs. Now, maybe you guys don't think this is a big deal, but I disagree. If you modify the quirks of a Kojima game to not offend anybody, then you shouldn't remake the game at all. You're killing part of its identity. And it's a bad sign when companies are censoring mature content. We already saw Konami do this in the Silent Hill 2 remake last year. They reduced the size of Maria's memories, and they didn't think the fans would notice. But we always do. They actually had to go back and patch in cleavage. This is getting ridiculous. What's going on here? Look, I don't like to talk about politics on my channel, but I want to let you guys know I've always been against war. And this bloody war on busty babes has got to stop. We've lost too many lives. And it's just weird to see content like this changed, but leave scenes where dudes are copping feels left and right. Not even the dudes are safe. Ugh. What the hell are you doing, man? Let go of my nuts. They also made a few modern audience changes to the dialogue, and this is a joke.
Whatever it hits, people, trees, buildings, turns into shit. Whatever it hits, people, trees, buildings, turns into crap.
They changed the word shit to crap. Come on, dudes, this is ridiculous. But even worse than that, check out this dialogue with Eva. Here's the original.
Are you on a diet?
What did you say?
Calorie Mate is supposed to be really good for losing weight.
Are you saying I'm fat?
No.
Now here's the remake.
Are you saying I'm overweight?
No.
That's right, they changed the word fat to overweight. Konami, what are you doing? This is insane. And as always, you're gonna see some people defending these changes and saying complaining about it is just stupid. But I disagree. It's stupid that they were changed in the first place. And almost every single AAA company out there is censoring their games even though their consumers are telling them not to. It just shows how much these companies give a shit about their fans. And if you don't give a shit about your fans and only care about money, then why are you trying to preach to us about morals? Get your priorities straight. One thing I will say in defense about the game is some people are calling out the changes to the posters and books of random models around the world censorship, but apparently Konami reached out to all these women and asked if they could post an updated photo of where they are now. It's just a funny joke. And yes, this one posing with their kid is a little bit awkward, but some of the updated ones are better than the old ones in my opinion. Here's a side by side. I'm sorry, but I gotta go with this one. And they didn't remove the old posters in the game. Apparently if you play on legacy mode, they're still there. So we just got more content. Another thing the game is getting a lot of shit for is being another poorly optimized Unreal Engine game. But I didn't have any issues except for a few jitters on the opening cinematic. Here are my specs. So if you have anything better than my rig, you might not have any issues here at all. But Konami has released a statement to address these concerns, so buyer beware. But based on my overall experience, do I suggest getting this game? Honestly, whether you're some mega fan who wants to see high quality cutscenes, or somebody new to the franchise that still wants to pick up this game after watching this video, I would either hold off, buy it used, pick it up on sale, or stick to the original PS2 version. Or just do what I did and watch the story online. The game launched at $70, and you know what? With the effort they put into this game, that's a steal. But don't get it twisted. Konami's the one doing all the robbing here, my dudes. Peace.
5万5千4万2000 5万3000 6万1000